On Wednesday night, it's the first new moon after the equinox, continuing the theme of balance. It's a Libra moon, starting a new cycle, but she needs to accommodate a series of options before she'll settle on a clear direction. There's so many parts to weigh up while everything is adjusting around us, and in that transformative sense, it's a huge change with little movement. Mars, the war and action planet, has been a feature of the moon phases lately. At the Pisces full moon 2 weeks ago, he was hanging out near the Sun and pumped by both Saturn and Pluto. This set up a crazy mix of brute strength and underbelly compulsions, meeting Saturnian restriction. And with all the water energy, fiery passion bubbled and blended with resentment and leaky misdirected action. Melbourne had a 5.8 scale earthquake, and La Palma had a volcano eruption. Greece has also had an earthquake since then. Back in Melbourne, construction workers took to the streets to protest vaccine mandates on their work sites. Very quickly, their protest became a flashpoint for anti-vaxxers and anti-lockdown frustration, with a violent macho response from both police, who closed the city down and used riot gear and pepper spray, and the pumped-up protesters who ended up staging their war against tyranny at Melbourne's Shrine of Remembrance, and then trashing the place. Now Mars has travelled with the Sun, and it's bang on 13 degrees Libra, exact with the new moon. Normally, this would focus attention and purpose, and bring about a decisive move. But still, Mars is held back from successful launch by a shopping list of retrograde planets. This slows down progress, while the details are forced through a background check. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Chiron, Pallas, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto are all retrograde and have the task of sifting through options and choices without being able to reconcile the pieces. Retrograde Mercury is mucking up the daily schedules, going over old relationships and mistiming deliveries. But the outer planets are giving us a more existential challenge. Priorities have changed since March 2020, and perhaps our goals and motivations have shifted as well. What's important in the new world probably isn't the same as pre-COVID. These are deep undercurrents, and while Mars is being blocked from full throttle, this next month it's best to stop trying so hard or forcing an issue and let things roll into place in their own time. This makes more sense with the other aspects to the Mars New Moon combo. Chiron is opposite in Aries, highlighting the paradox between duality of all life on a deeper level. Suffering can bring compassion, vulnerability can show strength, freedom comes with responsibility. Chiron's able to take all those diverse concepts and opposing forces and meet them in an integrated space. He initiates a shamanic process, and if we tap into it, we learn and grow beyond our fears. But it takes time to reach that point, and by the time we do, apparently, we learn there's always more to learn. Right now, Ceres and Jupiter are creating a bit of stability to nourish the journey. Ceres rules the gifts of the earth. She rules supplies and cycles, with the love of a mother who can move mountains to protect those she loves. Jupiter's retrograde and loving this connection to the moon in Libra, expressing itself in a more thoughtful, considered way. It's also reaching out to Mercury, and support can come through unusual channels, chance encounters, a new sense of community and friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood. Ceres is a nurturer, and she is working with Jupiter to make sure you have what you need when you need it. Of course, whatever side of the fence you stand, the planetary powers tend to influence whatever they touch for indiscriminate personal use. And while Mars has no real place to aim, all that adrenaline can get pushed into corners of stubborn resentment, irritations, or restless discontent. Libra likes to be all things to all people, But here she points the finger at what's out of balance, including where you are overcommitted and under-resourced. The big news from all those dilemmas comes from Uranus, in a fateful hookup with the new moon. The god of revolution and innovation is over here in Taurus at the exact same degree, 13 degrees, as this combo. But the connection is like magnets pulling away from each other. It's called a quincunx, or an inconjunct, and it's an aspect that pulls the planets into an irresistible tension of incompatibility that often means the energy has to divert or split off rather than integrate. Being retrograde, Uranus is less volatile and more kooky, but bangs out the same tune. How can we find common ground between opposing worlds? Uranus is in Taurus, a meat and potatoes earth sign, while Libra is an air sign that interacts through ideas and refined social graces. At its heart, Taurus just doesn't get why Libra won't let her hair down and eat with her fingers. And Libra doesn't get why Taurus can't learn some manners. But if they can work together, it would look like this and start a revolution. This quincunx glitch between Uranus and the Sun-Moon-Mars combo has a piercing edge to it that might come as a wake-up call for some. But I suspect the fact that Chiron, Ceres and Jupiter are acting as guides, that there's a bigger purpose to any upsets. Anyone with a birthday in the first week of the month is in for some juicy philosophical choices. We are collectively adjusting and responding to find balance on multiple levels, and the retrograde planets are time to let the universe take care of the details. Libran moons are also a time to slow down and appreciate beauty. Between the obligations, responsibilities, and mundane demands, Libra brings some magical qualities of romance and loveliness. There's a purple patch waiting to be discovered with the new moon. So walk gently, and whatever has been out of balance will balance. I'm Merryl Key, and this is my mystery school. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to learn tarot or find out more, contact my website www.merrylkey.com. Blessed be.